they admit that Barbara Bush's mother did have a tryst with Aleister Crowley.
Absolutely, along with Marvin Pierce, who is the owner of McCall's and Red Book magazines. Well, she went off without him and returned pregnant. Yeah. So,
I mean, it's admitted that Bill Clinton is a Rockefeller, that his mother was a prostitute, and then that's come out. It's admitted that Rockefellers have secret breeding programs. They're obsessed with that.
Exactly, and if we believe this, and we see this over and over again, then this isn't that far outside of the realms of possibility, and we can actually track this bloodline from the blowing up of King James at Parliament, or the attempt to, all the way up to the presidents and up to George W. Bush today.
It's a great thing for history.
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, William Howard Taft, and President Barack Obama. One young girl traced them all back to one common ancestor.
They're all cousins and all grandsons of John Lackland.
It's the first family tree of its kind, pouring through more than 500,000 names for months. 12-year-old Bridge Ann d'Avignon discovered that all the U.S. presidents, except Martin Van Buren, are related to the former King of England, John Lackland Plantagenet, signer of the Magna Carta in 1215.
Mildred Reed is his first great-grandmother on George Washington, and on Obama, Mildred Reed is the 10th great-grandmother.
It started as an assignment to research her own lineage, tracing it back to roots in France. But Bridge Ann wanted to branch out.
Well, I think we just all go back somewhere. It's just a matter of proving it.
She started with George Washington, but unlike other professional genealogists that only looked at the male family lines, Bridge Ann was able to link the presidents together using both male and female ancestry. Before this, historians had only been able to link 22 family trees.
She kind of created a triumph of women's studies here.
Bridge Ann also figured out she's an 18th cousin of President Obama, something she hopes to be able to share with him in person.
I've written a letter to Obama, but I just gotten standard reply. I hope to meet the president and explain it to him.
In Paso Robles, Adam Rakusin, your Central Coast News.
President Bush's 9th cousin once removed. Cheney's cousin Barack Obama is also Bush's 11th cousin and the 9th cousin of Brad Pitt. But we're only just getting started. President Lincoln was President Bush's 7th cousin 5 times removed, and Bush shared more than just a ballot with John Kerry. That's right, they're 9th cousins twice removed.
Really? What do you think of that? Yeah, they have the same chin.
There's also royalty in the Bush bloodline. Princess Diana was Bush's 11th cousin twice removed. And then there's this bombshell.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Sure, she may have been singing to JFK, but what about GWB? He is, after all, her 9th cousin, 3 times removed. He's also related to Playboy founder Hugh Hefner, even Pocahontas, and Vlad the Impaler. Trace the family tree far enough, and you get Madonna, Celine Dion, and Tom Hanks.
Incest was practiced by ancient Egyptian royalty. Mothers married sons and brothers married sisters to keep the power and the money all in the family. Like their pharaonic ancestors, the British monarchy have a long history of incestuous inbreeding.
She gave me a look that only a mother could give a child. She gave me a look that only a mother could give a child. Only a mother could give a child. Only a mother could give a child.
The Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret a master ring to control all others. And into this ring he poured his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate all life.
She gave me a look that only a mother could give a child. Only a mother could give a child. Only a mother could give a child. She gave me a look that only a mother could give a child.
Sobering study of the signed treaties and charters between Britain and the United States exposes a shocking truth. The United States has always been, and still is, a British Crown colony. King James I was famous not for just changing the Bible into the King James Version, but for signing the first Charter of Virginia in 1606. That charter granted America's British forefathers a license to settle and colonize America. The charter also guaranteed that future kings and queens of England would have sovereign authority over all the citizens and colonized land in America stolen from the Indians. After America declared its independence from Great Britain, the Treaty of 1783 was signed. That treaty specifically identifies the King of England as the Prince of the United States and contradicts the belief that America won the War of Independence. Although King George III of England gave up most of his claims over his American colonies, he kept his right to continue receiving payment for his business venture of colonizing America. If America had really won the War of Independence, they would never have agreed to pay debts and reparations to the King of England. When Congress passed the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, the U.S. American presidents are handpicked and financed by these special interest power groups. Like George W. Bush, John Forbes Kerry, whose initials are JFK, is a member of Yale University's Skull and Bones Brotherhood. The Forbes part of John Kerry's name identifies his descendancy from Captain Robert Bennett Forbes, who was a drug runner for the Rothschilds' opium drug trade with China in the 1800s. Most U.S. citizens believe that the United States is a country and that the President is the most powerful man on earth. The United States is not a country. It is a corporation, and the President is President of the Corporation of the United States. He and his elected officials work for the corporation, not for the American people. Since the United States is a corporation, who owns the corporation of the United States? Like Canada and Australia, whose leaders are prime ministers of the Queen and whose land is called Crown Land, the United States is just another Crown colony.
Row, you fucking dogs, row! Ah! Row! Rowing! I'm the Queen of fucking England! Scotland and Wales and the Irish and the Australians and the Canadians and the fucking Indians and the Nepalese and the Maoris. Keep rowing. Keep fucking rowing. Rowing along with me eunuchs and me fawns and me fucking centaurs. Got me fucking goat legs on. Keep fucking rowing. This is my fucking pageant, and there will be fucking rain and thunderclaps and thunderballs. I will fucking piss on you forever. And when I'm gone, the rest of my family will fucking piss on you. You keep fucking rowing, you peasant. Yeah, go on, fucking row. Rowing. You just keep fucking rowing, didn't ya? Didn't ya? You're fucking nuts. You're nuts. I hear the commentator, he's out there, oh, and those ones have got cancer. She don't give a fuck whether you got cancer, you muppets. She fucking rubber stamped the NHS bill. Put her royal assent on it. And those ones there, the soldiers that lost all their legs, but they're rowing. They're fucking rowing because she's their fucking queen. And they will row for her. They don't give a fuck whether they got legs. They'll just keep rowing. She signed the fucking, she put a stamp on her WRB. She's fucking on the welfare reform bill. She don't care about disabled people. They fucking begged her. They begged her not to fucking put that through. Taking wheelchairs off of people. Fucking ridiculous. And she's up there in her fucking, in the largest fucking social housing in the fucking entire world, in Buckingham Palace, which we pay for. She's putting in fucking claims for heating fucking allowances. She's on 40 million squid a year. She's fucking got billions. What are you fucking rowing for? Because you don't know no better. You don't know no better. You've been brainwashed. You ain't been wearing one of my hats. You want to get a fucking hat on, son. You want to fucking... They're screwing with your fucking nut. Spawn. Do you know she's married to Philip? You know they're cousins. You know they're fucking cousins. You know they're cousins. And you're out there cheering.